Oh.
Mom!
Hello and welcome to Sissy That Talk Show, the show where I, Joseph Shepard, a dashing gay YouTuber, sit down with the only people who matter in the world. That's right, famous drag queens. Because drag is culture, drag is art, drag is work, drag is slay. We're going deep, hunty, and then we're going deeper. Stick it in, because it's time to Sissy That Talk Show. It's time to bring out this week's guest. You've probably seen her in the magazines. It's Tammie Brown.
Do I say something now?
Yeah, I guess so, Tammie.
Well, hi, Joseph. It's so nice to be here.
Tammie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Yeah?
Battling some allergies, but that's okay.
So I have heard that you are quite an artist, not only with the dolls that you make, but also with erotic art.
Erotic art, correct.
Have you made any recently?
We did some in Bulgaria. Yes, I did some in Bulgaria. And then we're also releasing the Summer Angel video. I also did with a Turkish fella over there in Provincetown, but he was too much of a porta potty prostitute, if you know what I mean. Give, take, give, complains about the food they're eating. I said, really? This dick is not even worth talking about, is what I put around it, because I traced the outline them and traced them, and I said, not even worth mentioning the person's name, actually, is what I put around it.
What food were they complaining about?
Oh, well, lobster rolls.
Lobster rolls? Who complains about lobster rolls?
Well, he sure did. He said it didn't have enough sauce.
And you said, well, neither does your dick.
Well, I didn't taste it, thank goodness.
Well, speaking of some other type of art that you're doing, I've told you this multiple times, but I am the biggest fan of your Soothsayer song with Kylie Sonique Love that's in the video. So I have to know, have you ever been to a fortune teller?
Have I been to a fortune teller? No, they only come to me.
They only come to you?
I've only had soothsayers and such come to me.
How does one come to you?
They just have an idea to tell me that this is what's going to be, and, you know, they'll come up to me and say, oh, you have such a great energy, I need to tell you this and that.
So, like, you'll just be, like, randomly, like, in a Ralph's or a store, and they just come up to you, and they're like, hey, I feel your energy.
I'll be at somewhere eating, and someone had to come up and talk to me about that, or then somebody, another time I was working at a register, came up to me, and she's like, I need to tell you, follow the water in your eyes, and back in high school. And
follow the water in your eyes?
Follow the waters in your eyes. That's what she said. She said a lot of people do this and that, but you need to follow your dreams, follow the water in your eyes. That's what she told me.
Did you follow the water in your eyes?
I've been following ever since. Like that river, I keep flowing. Isn't that what they say? But rivers are drying up these days. And Andy, the astrologer, he reached out to me a while ago.
And what did he say?
He said really good things are happening. So here we are, filming.
Well, here we are, filming, and like I said, that song I cannot get out of my head. What was the inspiration behind that? Was it these random soothsayers and people coming up to you?
It was sort of that, and then the mysteriousness of it, and some people believe it's bad. And then the fun zaniness of, like, who's the mysterious man in the elevator?
Yes, who is the mysterious man in the elevator?
Well, you'll just have to close your eyes and find out.
Who is the mysterious man in the elevator?
Is he a perpetrator? Or an instigator?
Or an instigator.
That's right. And I wrote that with, we wrote the lyrics, my creative partner Rod and I. We sat together and we worked on that, and then Markaholic added in some nuances as well.
Have you ever read anybody's fortune?
Have I ever read anybody's fortune? No, I try to stay away from those things. I just rather encourage people.
Encourage.
But you can sometimes tell people's fortune while you're walking down the sidewalk. Maybe there's some cracks, some dirty leaves. Oh, some trash bags. Oh, you're very dirty.
So you work a lot with somebody named Miss Kelly Mantle. She was on The Brown. She was in your Halloween Spectacular. Do you have a blast working with her?
Oh, I love Kelly. The only problem with her is that she's a bit of a hypochondriac, but I like to switch it around and say necrophiliac. Oh, I'm sick, or I got scratched, oh, better go get some stitches, you know, that kind of a thing. Oh, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna get the bubonic plague, oh, gotta wear my mask all the time, you know, whatever works. And if people wanna wear their masks on the street, go at it.
So, Kelly Mantle.
I like her sex stories.
Yeah?
But that's probably a little, got to keep it PC.
Yeah.
And that's for her to talk about, you know?
Well, when we get her on here, we'll ask her all about those sex stories.
Well, you might want to hire her as my manager, Sheila, from
Yes.
the Browns, which I believe she's playing a manager because I haven't been able to see the show with her in Trixie and Katya.
Yes, she was playing their manager on their show.
Well, she got that job as a result of being on the Browns.
Is that true? Just because she was managing you?
Uh-huh.
Are you friends with a lot of queens?
Yeah.
Even the newer ones?
Well, if I see them, I always say hi.
Yeah.
They like me. They impersonate me on RuPaul's Drag Race.
They do.
And they see me on the streets, and they always say hi.
What did you think of that Angeria impression of
I
you?
thought she did a good job. I mean, you know, it's all in the editing, you know?
It's all in the editing, you know.
Dementia, dementia, dementia. Hey, Rachel Ray, keep your dog food. And he's an asshole. Crunch, crunch. Ow. And she's a bitch. Fuck you. And she came up to me, and I'm thrilled that, you know, I'm recognized. The other one recognized me too, the winner. Willow Pill. Shout out.
Well, Tammie,
I like tomatoes and jalapenos, personally. Then I prefer a thin crust pizza.
do you have any special locations, any favorites?
I do like Panjo's Pizza right there in Rockport, Fulton, Texas. My hometown has a really good pizza place, and they make their own pasta, which is cool. One of the better restaurants there in Texas. And please go for Cheryl. She's a fucking bitch. Cheryl's by the sea. I had to work for that.
Who's Cheryl?
Bully. Yeah,
She's
let's
a bully?
go.
A bully in Texas?
Oh, she's a nasty bully.
You know, Tammie,
Yes, sir.
Nicole Paige Brooks.
I like her.
Yeah, she said that a picture is worth 1,000 words. You're gonna have to keep it smaller than 1,000 words. But you're gonna describe some pictures in a segment I like to call Pics From The Past.
Well, there we were, Trixie and I was doing the Joker impersonation. Because wasn't, you know, Heath Ledger is dead,
Yes.
and
he is
Jared
dead.
Leto was a flop.
What was this night like? Do you remember this night?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I remember there was Hell Trinities or something like that over there. Hells of Heels, is that what it's called?
Heels of Hell.
And then they invited us back again to do like a drag con for over there. Not a RuPaul's drag con, but a sort of a thing, and that was a lot of fun. That's where Mimi Ann first made a fool of herself.
What did she do?
Oh, she was trying to upstage Trixie.
Next up. Look at this ditty. Do you remember this moment?
Yes, I know where I bought those pants actually too. And that shirt was given to me. It says bingo on it, but it kind of looks like me.
It does kind of look like
And
you.
that was after RuPaul's Drag Race, actually. RuPaul's Drag Race.
So we're talking shortly after, probably like 2009, 2010.
That was on the road somewhere, something.
Yeah? Do you remember what song you were singing or performing here?
Might have been Shakabuku You, or maybe a Tina Turner number, I don't know. But I always have facial expressions, so who knows?
And this man, you know, he's taking your picture,
Oh,
put
they
you in
all-
the magazines.
They always do. And they're idiots if they don't.
Who is this looker?
That was for the Paper magazine shoot, and there was Chanel was in there. Venus Delight was in there. Shout out to Venus. Venus was Marilyn Monroe, and I was done as Betty Davis, and then Chad Michaels was done as Joan Crawford. So that was for the Paper magazine, some anniversary, 20-year anniversary of Paper magazine. The first person they said I looked like was Anita Bryant once when I first had my makeup done. God rest her soul, my roommate for 13 years, Bonnie McKenzie, the greatest death of my life. But she said that. She's like, oh, you look like, you know, Miss Orange Juice lady. Anita Bryant. But it just sort of developed my makeup in that sense that it looks like that, the classic look. Yeah. And I'm going to stick with it. Why change it? Everybody else is contouring their nose, right, Raven?
And last up.
When I got booed off the stage. And then that was on America's Got Talent. And I couldn't get any of my accompanists at the time. And we're not supposed to say accompanists anymore. There's a new word for them with cancel culture, too. They have a new word for that. But anyhow, so don't come for me with your cancel culture bullshit. I went on, and David Hasselhoff was so, one would say, I guess, transphobic, one would say, or nowadays, or even kind of just so rude. And then Karma was so quick, because within 2 weeks, he was on the floor in Vegas
Eating a burger.
eating the burgers. And then I was in the Entertainment Weekly because Jackie B was getting the Entertainment Weekly at the time. I don't know if she still does, but that's the truth about her. And she brought me the Entertainment Weekly, and I was in there with a clip, a no-name person, but my picture was in the Entertainment Weekly. That's why I said, well, I'll see you in the magazines, Mama Roo.
That makes sense now.
Because I was always also in the other Advocate or whatever these LA ones and yada yada, the rags like the Odyssey. And in fact, on the cover of the Odyssey once, Morgan Michaels was on there.
This was around the same time period, I believe, too, that you were in a Korn music video?
Yeah, Korn was probably a little bit before that, but I was in Twisted Transistor, the Korn music video. I was in that Mama Crazy Loop music video as a fashionista, so different things like that.
You were ahead of your time.
A lot of, I'm still on time, we're here. Blazing trails, as they say. Hopefully we'll have a caravan. Hollywood Secrets with Tammie Brown, I'll tell you.
Well, we're about to get into something, Tammie. Because when we get back from this break, we are going to go into a little segment. Come on, Tammie, say it with me. Am I the drama?
Am I the drama? Do you want to say it again together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I the drama?
Hey fam, I don't just interview these dazzling queens and hope my skin looks amazing. I use Curology so I know I'm gonna look my best. Now, I used to have acne and it would cause me so much anxiety, and it seemed like every single skincare fad and expensive product that I tried, nothing seemed to work. Then my amazing boyfriend, yes, that's right, I'm sorry, he told me all about Curology. Curology is a simple, custom formula as made for you by Curology's amazing team of skincare providers. Now, it's so easy to get started. You just go online, you snap a selfie of yourself, share your skincare goals, and Curology sends a personalized treatment right to your door. Speaking of the personalized treatment, this right here, this really pretty bottle, is my personalized treatment. I use this every single day, and that's what keeps my skin looking good. But that's not all I get in my Curology box every single month. Now, this moisturizer is thin, and it keeps me looking dazzling and sparkling. The cleanser, which I use in the shower every single day, and this cleanses and makes your face feel absolutely fresh. And look at these results. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You should see my body. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now I can interview these all-star queens with confidence thanks to our hashtag Curology partner. Start your Curology journey today at curolo.g/sissy.talk. Subscription required, subject to consultation.
We are back! Okay, Tammie, are you ready to find out if you are the drama? It's time to get to the bottom of something all of the fans want to know.
Well,
What's the tea with the bodies?
oh, dead bodies.
Yes.
Well, you know, when I pass away, I want to have my body waxed.
Like wax, like all the hair taken off?
No, like Evita. Like Evita.
Oh.
I want to have my body preserved
Okay.
and waxed. I think that'd be nice. And also when they do the, you know, when it for the embalming process or whatever, I think I would like to do it with mycobiology where the mushrooms eat your body up. I think that'd be a nice way to do it too. It's environmentally friendlier.
Ooh, and then you would live on through mushrooms.
Yeah, perhaps. I imagine so. We live on either way when we die, when, you know, the particles break up, right? And that sometimes the energy goes somewhere too. Good God, that was a poltergeist.
So you have a very famous moment when you went on a live and you started talking about dead bodies.
Dead bodies, yes, dead bodies. I was out, you know, going for a stroll on my bicycle, and then what I thought I saw in the ditch over there was I thought it was a mannequin, but as I got up closer, I realized it wasn't a mannequin, it was a dead body. And then I was thinking of all the ways I could dress it up, you know? Do you
Yeah.
ever think about that, dressing bodies up?
No?
People like the macabre, so I might as well speak of it. I think we're a little, you know, a little obsessed a little too much with it, but it sells for me, so why not talk about it? But by the time I got up close, I realized it was actually a corpse, a dead body. Dead bodies, how's this look, huh? New looks? Ooh! Yeah. Some people just leave them and walk off because they don't want to sign the paperwork and all that, you know.
So you signed paperwork?
Be called in. You have to sign paperwork and stuff, you know, eyewitness. Eyewitness, you know, I love that.
So, Everyone, what's the verdict? Is Tammie the drama?
Well, you know what? Everybody has to have a little drama in their life. If you don't have drama, you're boring.
That's
all
true.
I gotta say,
That's true.
you know?
Sissy That Talk show is brought to you by Curology. On behalf of our gorgeous, iconic sponsor who we love, we've scoured the internet and found the dirtiest, grimiest, most greasy and soiled things about you. And now, thanks to Curology, you, Tammie Brown, have the chance to come clean. Just like you can come clean with the range of Curology's products.
Groovy. Rub-a-dub-a-dub, right?
Lights.
Right.
Do you do psychedelics?
You know, I've never really done psychedelics. I've done mushrooms before, but that didn't do much for me. I'm already connected.
Who is your favorite drag queen?
Well, I can't say one. Well, I'll say, you know what I'll say? I'll give a shout out to Lipsinka.
Who is your least favorite drag queen?
Least favorite drag queen. God, that's a real hard question. I don't know, I'm not gonna say that. It's not fair because there's all sorts of drag queens and that's what they do. And God bless Mama Ru, right?
The fracking.
The fracking and other things.
Do you believe in magic?
You know, I think magic exists in everybody's heart.
Do you secretly think that you are better than Kelly Mantle?
I don't think that way. I love working with Kelly Mantles. If I didn't work with Kelly Mantles, I don't know who I'd be working with. I'm sure I'd work with someone else, and I'm sure I'd really enjoy them, but I really love Kelly Mantles. I love Kelly Mantles, let it be known, even though she's a hypochondriac, and she does know how to play on the stock market really well.
How much forehead is too much forehead?
Well, I think a lot of forehead's better because you can have more room for more kisses. I don't like when a lover tells you, oh, I need my space. Oh, fuck you.
Do you ever need your space?
Well, we all need our space. I used to have a MySpace. Did you?
I did. I did have a MySpace.
Nice.
What is something that you've never admitted before?
That as a child, I used to have a foot fetish. I used to have this one boy, and his name was Dusty. And he was from another part of town over there, and his parents were fishermen and whatnot, and working at the docks and whatnot. And I didn't like his feet because they had little grits of sand on them.
So
But
they
he
have to
liked
be smooth feet.
Well, who wants sand on their feet? You get that in your mouth, crunch, crunch. Ow!
Are your feet on Wiki Feet?
No, are yours?
Yes, they are.
Really?
Yes.
Sensual.
I think I have a 4.5 out of 5.
Okay, well, I have a friend, he used to show his feet off, and he would get money and go buy video games with that money.
Well, Tammie, so glad you had a chance to come clean. Brought to you by Curology. You're absolutely glowing. I have a question for you, Tammie.
Shoot.
Are you ready to get raw?
What are we talking about? Raw meat?
I mean, are you ready to get raw? Because it's time for the Sissy That Talk show's Random Ass Wheel.
Random ass wheel, okay.
Wow! Well, you'll get the privilege of spinning this totally random, totally unrigged, random ass wheel, and then you get to do whatever it lands on. All right, Tammie, why don't you give it a spin?
Here we go.
Ooh. Story time! I can't believe it. All right, Tammie, well, it's time to head on over to the green screen so that you can read to the children.
A week with Tootsie Lou. All right. Once upon a time, there lived a little girl. That's right, or a little it, if you don't mind picking their pronouns, called Tootsie Lou with an I-E. On Monday, Tootsie Lou went to Mars with her friend Manila in a Teletubby costume. On Tuesday, Tootsie spent all day listening to Tina Turner songs. When am I gonna meet Tina Turner is the question. Tootsie loved Tina Turner because she has long legs and beautiful wigs. Wednesday was hump day. Tootsie Lou's favorite because she got to walk children in nature. That's right. On Thursday, Tootsie went to the theater because she was starring in a show. Ha! I'm acting. Huh! Ooh, God, I'm acting. That's how she did it, kids. On Friday, Tootsie visited her friends, the Browns. When she first met the Browns, she thought, this family is up. Beep, up children. On Saturday, Tootsie's Teety Weety went to see Kylie Sonique, the soothsayer, singing a super catchy song. Ow! I like that. On Sunday, Tootsie had a revelation. Crazy sticks to me like ribs, and Andy Warhol got shot for with them. No matter how much fun Tootsie had, she always felt a little alone. The other kids called her really mean names. Excuse your mouth? She said, that's right, because they use the C word, cookie cutter. You know, so it's always important to be yourself, kids. Always wipe front to back, okay? And after such a long, fabulous week, buenas noches, she said.
Thank you so much for watching Sissy That Talk show with me, the impeccably handsome Joseph Shepard. A huge thank you to my guest today, Miss Tammie Brown. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you, Joseph. It's been splendid.
Splendid, splendid.
Adios.
But wait, there's more. If you are as sad as we are that this is over, make sure to listen to the Sissy That Talk show podcast. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Bye.
Gotta have some little suspenders on there. Ow!
Sissy That Talk Show with Joseph Shepard drops every Tuesday on YouTube. And don't miss the after show podcast when it drops on Fridays on YouTube and on your podcast apps. Double that sissy fun.